So how to deal with the rising cost of living in 2025? We are just 2.5 months away from 2025. Time is flying, and you have heard a lot of people online complaining about the rising cost of living, the inflation, the wages, salaries being too low. And I completely understand that. I do complain about it as well. But rather than talking about, the problems, let's talk about solutions. And the solution I see for you to not get crushed by the rising cost of living in 2025. So I've been doing this for almost 8 years now. It's a solution which makes life easier using the income, the wage, name it as you want, you can get from a city, an expensive area, a high income area, a fast paced area, but living somewhere where the cost of living is lower. It could be the countryside, it could be another country, but using the high income from a place where incomes tend to be high, but you live in a place where salaries, incomes are rather shitty, but where quality of life is better and where it's cheaper to live, cheaper to pay the bills, cheaper to rent, cheaper to buy real estate, cheaper to put food on the table, and then you can cope with the high cost of living. It's easier to cope with the high cost of living because you don't have to pay all the costs that come with earning a high income. Let me explain. When you're living, for example, in London, if you're smart, you can make good money. In New York, if you're smart, you can make good money. In Hong Kong, if you're smart, you can make good money, okay? But the cost of living there is insane, okay? Even though you make, for example, 6 figures in London or in New York, you're not well off. You pay the bills, you're doing okay, but you're not doing great, you know what I mean? But for example, if you can earn, let's say, just 100k here in the French countryside where I am, or somewhere in Thailand, in the Philippines, or in Eastern Europe, you will be doing great. You will have a great life. You will be able to afford a house. You will be able to invest. You will be able to spend as you want. You will be able to buy that nice car if you want to. Your standard of living increases because you are using a kind of arbitrage between, a high income coming from a high income place, but you living in a low income place where life is cheaper and where air is fresh and where quality of life, in my opinion at least, is better. Okay, where you can enjoy, nature, where you can enjoy, hiking, skiing, and driving around. Don't have to cope anymore with the traffic jams and the subways and the crowds and so on. You know what I'm talking about? So that's the solution I have been using since 2017 now. It's been almost 8 years now, okay? Earning euros or USDs, depending where you're from, but you live in a cheaper place. It could even be another country where the currency is weaker and where you can use your still powerful for now at least, euros or dollars to be able to afford more, nicer apartment, travel more, a better car, going out, more often. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people are doing that now. So if you can manage to go remote, to do the same job you're doing now, or doing something similar, or get just a way, just find a way, no matter what it takes, just go out there and just find a way to get your location independent income. You don't have to do what I'm doing, okay? I'm a content creator, mainly on the French market, but you can do drop shipping, you could do something else. Doesn't matter, I don't know everything about online business. I know my niche, of course, but there's a lot of things, a lot of stuff you can try or do there. At least give it a try. If it fails, it fails. But if it doesn't feel, you can change your life that way, okay? You don't need to work and to live in a expensive place. If the place you're in now is too expensive, just move. And now you will come with the next question. Yeah, but how do I make money? Just go online. Keep your income, but take your income with you to a lower cost of living place. Okay? And that's how I do. And if you don't like your country anymore, you can still keep your income in a strong currency and move to another country where your money will go further. For example, if you like to move to Thailand, in Thailand is getting more expensive. But if you'd like to move to Southeast Asia, in the Philippines, you can have a great life with an average French income or even American income, you know. And cost of living will be lower. The same, you know, for example, for Russia. Nowadays, a lot of people talk about Russia. I know the truth about Russia. I know what it really is to live there. But yeah, of course, if you make an online income in a strong currency, of course you will off in Russia. You don't have to cope with the shitty salaries in Russia. Okay, so that's a solution which could help more people cope with the rising cost of living, the inflation. If it's too expensive where you are, just move. But take your income with you. Don't move to another place where salaries are shitty to earn a shitty salary. No point, okay? The results will be the same. Of course, the cost of living will be cheaper there in the countryside, in another country, but wages will be lower as well. No, keep your rather high wage, but move to a cheaper place. That's the flex, I think, okay? That's the flex in 2024, in 2025, to keep your purchasing power, to be able to afford nice things, be able to, to have a good life, a nice life, without paying insane prices for everything, without, having to cope with the traffic jams, the pollution, and all the things we hate about cities. Let's face it, The older I get, the more I like the countryside, the more I like, the mountains, the sea, the more I like to breathe air, to hike, to walk around. I don't want to see buildings anymore, I'm tired of concrete and pollution, crowds, traffic jam, and so on, and the high prices for everything. Everything is overpriced in the cities, even in Paris. I don't even go to Paris. I haven't been there for, 10 years maybe. And I don't care. I don't care about Paris, even though I'm French, because Paris is overpriced for what you get. Not safe, expensive, overpriced, pollute, gray, people not nice. I'm fine here. Anyway, if you found it useful, subscribe. If you haven't yet, consider it. And like, comment below. Check the links below in the description. And tell me what your solution is in 2025 to cope with the high cost of living. Will you just continue to complain, or will you try to find a solution to that? I know it sucks. I don't like the inflation either. I would like things to be different, but it is the way it is. Now we have to be smart, try to be smarter, and find solution to this, because it's not gonna change. You won't beat inflation. Inflation will be here, but just don't let inflation crush you. Okay, try to find a solution. But think about it. Go remote. Keep your high income. It could not seem high to you, but in the countryside, earning a city income is good, or earning, just an average UK, American, or Canadian, New Zealand, Australian income somewhere in Southeast Asia, in Eastern Europe, or in South America, is not bad at all. So think about it. Find a way to go remote. Keep your income, but move to a cheaper place. That's all for now. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.